Download so and so app and you'll have an immediate investment, and then you're gonna earn money like this. Money doesn't grow on trees. You can just earn money in an instant. All that you gotta do is invest in a lottery, betting, or should you just put into stock market and get money even without researching about it. This is not how the entire world works. If you need to earn good, you have to make sure that you also study and research about that and dive into the knowledge. We all step down in this by not thinking twice how we can earn money. Everybody wants instant money. Instant money is not that easy. Everything has to be done in a slow process is what we fail to understand. Everything needs its own time. Patience is a key to success. I'm going to tell you a couple of business ideas that can also make you a millionaire in just 5 years. A promise is always not that what we tell, but a promise is what you do to yourself and make sure you follow it. So I'm Varsha Renukumar and welcome to the Freedom Business English channel. Do not forget to subscribe and download our Freedom app because it's got a lot of courses that can for sure earn you good fortune. Wise men address people that people who couldn't even step out and face the world are achieved big heights when it comes to these fields. So these are the few fields that I'll be listing down to you and you can see what suits you the best. First is the financial services. We all know how important economy is to our entire system of earth. Doesn't matter if it's one's country or one's state. You have to make sure the economy is in balance. One fall in economy can bring down the entire country. That's where financial services play a major role. So in this, there are a lot of people who can grasp the knowledge of accounts or bookkeeping and make sure whatever they're stating is simple. Only there are few people who can achieve the knowledge when it comes to accounts. That's why this has a huge pay when it comes to a lot of CAs as well. So you know that financial sectors are one of the famous and to be told good pay. Ranging from accounting, bookkeeping and tax preparations are constant in high demand. According to 35.7% have responded to the World Wealth Reports saying that financial services are one of the most major sectors when it comes to creating millions. You can earn a good fortune when it comes to this. It's always said that he or she cannot become rich in just one day until and unless the almighty thinks of just dropping a bag of gold right in front of your house. Well, that doesn't happen as we all know. But we can create our own destiny is what we believe. This sector is told to be one of the good pays when it comes to earnings. As I said, not everyone can grasp the knowledge of accounting and tax. That can be the major role of your play. Next is the business consultancy. Business consultancy is also one of the great options. Why? Because there is not much of people who have great knowledge which business to invest in. So if you are choosing this option as your career and consult people, this has a huge pay for you. You can make sure that you give them a right consultation and people listen to this that you have been consulting them in a right way. They're going to make way to your house. That is how much business consultancy has a huge impact on all of us. Business consultancy just doesn't include what direction you are driving them through, but you can also advise them how to start a business and what are the major ways, what is the go in the present market. But as a business consultancy, what people fail is that they don't scatter their mind around the present moving market. They don't know that what the trend is going behind. Always make sure that you follow the trend because one step of not following the trend, you will be left behind a millions. That is how difference of a huge crowd makes when it comes to trend. Make sure that you follow the trend because business consultancy counts down even with the trend because promotion is a part of this as well. There are many entrepreneurs who are waiting to launch their own business and these people are in very need of advice. Someone who has already had experience and done and been through this can be a great guide. As I tell, move on with the trend, make sure that you always have the experience so you can teach others. Wrong people might advise you towards the business alternatives, but make sure that you have your own research as well. Entrepreneurs also fail to notice that what is right for them in the beginning. So business consultancy is one of the major things which comes into force there. Business consultant or consultancy is also one of the things which provides you with better people with knowledge of business so they can help you and guide you in the right way. You can also go to them for major advices when it comes to risk or when it comes to management of the entire business. Down the lane, business can never go down because over time it's been developing in India. So I'm very sure that as you see, business is going to keep going ahead and more because this industry has no end to it until and unless one wants to start their own business. Next is the investment firm. There is no shortage of investing or trading opportunities out there. With an investment firm, you can actually invest in anything such as oil, gold, stocks and bonds. As I say, investment in stocks and bonds, these can also be risky, but make sure you have your thorough research before tackling this world. But in case you happen to have a turmoil of success in this, then there is no one stopping you from becoming a millionaire. When we talk about investment firms, we have a lot of ideas and we know a couple of people who have reached the stage of success in this. But only caution is that make sure you have your own study materials for this. Next is the education and training services. Education has no death. This is gonna keep continuing over and over. Probably the methods for this might change, but not the services given. Training is also a part of this, and training can also be in different ways. It can either be your extra curriculum or just education. This is one of the sector I suggest you can do wonders because you can start this as your own business as well. What is so appealing about starting a business or a training service? I mean, it's so common, right? Well, no, my friend. This is one of the sector which has been growing year by year. The statistics also says that it's been growing by different levels when it comes to the different services being provided. Education is that one sector that you can always depend on, including the training services. Training services can also include dance class, any coaching class, gymnastics, whatever you are good in teaching. The students grow year by year because nobody can promise you that you will achieve as soon as you start. But everything is done in a gradual process. But there is a statistics that says that educational and training services have achieved a role to getting nice and great income by just 5 years. Next is a healthcare consultancy. Health is wealth. So what is that major factor that can earn you income? Health is something that everyone will take care of. Not every time is health promisable. That's the reason they will come to you for consultancy in how to keep their body fit. For example, you can even act as a dietitian because so many of them are looking for a dietitian just to make sure that they can keep their body fit. Even you can start off as a psychological consultant because there are so many people going through a lot of problems. There are so many people who want to communicate and regardlessly get an advice on their problems. This is one of the major sectors when it comes to the balance of life with money. This sector is always a money maker. People will still be rolling over for health. That's why locating them and telling them and guiding them towards their healthy body is one of the expensive things these days. So this field is told to be one of the great income resource when it comes to the health encounters. Next is the employee recruitment service. This option wasn't available few decades ago, but this has recently started. When it comes to employment recruitment services, this has actually reached a lot of people because so many of them are in look for the job as well as the companies in look for talented employees. This sector will actually help people reach to whatever they've dreamt of going and help the companies for their ideal employee. Employers have realized that it costs them a huge money to get in new employees. That is one of the reasons why they want to retain their top employees to fit in their organization. But as the employee keeps growing and talents keep arriving, these people make sure that they reach out to the new employees. These people turn to the recruitment agency, which is also called as a staff agency. Next is a real estate brokerage firm. Well, as a population in the particular country will keep growing, that's where there is a necessity of a place to stay. China is expected to reach 1.5 billion by 2030. This is where real estate market plays a huge role. When there is increase in population, people have to go somewhere and stay. So when they have to go somewhere and stay, they have to look out for a land. To build their own place or to stay in a particular place by rent or something, they are in look for the land. That's where brokers play a major role. It can either be by providing them with a land or providing them with a house which is already built. Real estate market has never declined even in the past until unless there is a huge market inflation. This actually makes construction as well as real estate markets a huge player when it comes to money makers. As I move on, I even talk about construction is because construction also plays a major role when it comes to the population. People are striving more towards building new places and there are so many people who come up as entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs earn good rate of money and they want to get their own place as well. Construction always has played a major role even in the past until now. Next is the most important one where half of us haven't actually noticed. This one is called as the agribusiness. Agribusiness is one of the major sectors which is also called as the money making. If we have noticed, as Indians, we all know how much coffee business and tea business, including the pepper, is doing good on the South Indian side. But there is a huge market when it comes to agribusiness. There are different materials as well as techniques used in the farming business, as well as something new called as the organic farming. This is one of the major sectors that has been growing without the knowledge of people, because there are so many out there who doesn't pay attention to this side of the market. There are a couple of people who have left their particular business and gone back to their villages just to start this agribusiness. Either in growing fruits and vegetables, or raising a livestock, or starting a fish farm. This agribusiness have created a huge market for these people. This is one of the prime options that can give you great returns over the years. Next is the automotive rental and leasing. Travel is one of the things that we all love to do, including if it comes to an emergency return to a particular place. There are so many services that have been given to us either by four-wheeler or two-wheeler. There are so many places that we would want to reach in a particular day, and that is where these things come in use for. We all know a couple of apps that can help us reach to one place to another. More and more people are still looking into this service because this is one of a huge market when it comes to earning good sum of money. Leasing vehicle instead of purchasing has also become one of the great market sectors, and this side is also earning them a great returns. Well, apart from everything which is happening within a city, even when you go to a particular place and reach to that place, there are so many two-wheelers available just to roam in one. This is how much impact an automotive rental place has been for all of us. There are so many people traveling, and there are so many people going to work, and there are so much traveling issues. Sometimes using public transport might not be available. Providing them with these rental services can also help you and others. Next is the exporting and importing business. We all live in an increasingly global marketplace. And in fact, importing and exporting can be extremely profitable, and this business is fair enough to serve the purpose. It's easy to start when you're aware of the rules and regulations of the global market and enough networking all over the place if it's international or within the borders. Anything that has been produced from vehicle to clothing has received the report of great success when it comes to import and export business. So this sector can fetch you a great income over the lane. Next one is the eco-friendly business. Eco-friendly business has always started and reached out to the minds of customers. So many out there still want to buy eco-friendly items. They all want to support environmental friendly ideas when it comes to business, including whatever products they're buying. These ideas can actually range from the eco-friendly products such as eco-friendly colors when it comes to a colorful festival, and it can also result in eco-friendly crackers which have recently entered into the market. Last but not the least is the franchise ownership. I've also made the video about is franchise ownership a smart business or not. Please check out for more details when it comes to franchise ownership. This particular sector is one of the major growing sectors when it comes to India. There are so many people waiting to capture the trademark of improving brands. One of the most overlooked and profitable business ideas to earn money quick is franchise business, because they actually have the guidelines and everything which is given in the main venture. You just have to make sure you follow the given rules and regulations which have already been implemented and used. You already have a ready strategy, but as an owner, you just have to make sure that the venture you start is running in the safe way. Starting from the scratch, you have a proven brand name and you have an example which is already in the success level. So this is one of the easiest way that you can also earn money with a less time. There are so many of us stuck in a dilemma that if we can earn money as soon as we think we can. But over the time, as I told you, patience is the key. We have to make sure that we hold on to that key and go gradually with the flow of time. As I told you, these are one of the great ideas that have increased their level of income over the time, and you can earn money if you stay focused and follow your morals when it comes to the business line. And also download our Freedom app, because you have live examples and you can learn from people who have actually started from the scratch. Thank you so much for watching this video. Get wise and break free.